dominance going on there. We have a smaller bull that sometimes he likes to test Denali, our big bull, and Denali lets him know in a hurry to get the hell out of the way. So when Denali's done eating and he's feels it's time to move on, he will. Then the smaller animals will make their way up to the bale.
So none of our animals have a mom here, but there are two that are bred that we have.
Yeah, these are selective premium breeding stock is what we purchased them for. They are not purchased for intentions of meat production. These are strictly a high genetic bloodline bison for breeding stock. We did not want to have a low genetic or bloodline if we're going to use them for production of breeding stock. You know, we, like similar to you guys, we want to have a high genetic breeding stock line for them as we're going to be moving them on out, probably back out west.
And no, we feed them these so they don't get aggressive with us. We always come out here with these little range cubes. And we are in northern Indiana, not Florida.
But our nutritionist comes out of Florida, and he goes out to several national parks where he works with an agronomist, and they determine if there's enough forage for the bison, or if they got to eliminate the herd or sell off some of the herd. So that's where the confusion for Florida may be. But our nutritionist comes out of Florida. He comes to Indiana once a month, and he just helps determine what the bison's needs may be, if we got to supplement with a mineral or if we need to change their hay diet. He lets us know that, and we gain that knowledge with him. So in time, hopefully we don't have to pay to have him come up and assign a herd or give us directions as far as the health of them. But as you can see, there's a lot of dominance and pecking order when it comes to eating. You see the other animals standing off to the side. It's not because they don't want to be at the bale. They just cannot get there at this point.
And no, I have never tried Rocky Mountain oysters, and I don't plan to. Yuck. I've heard they are really good, though.
I'm not sure about the nutritional value of those, but...
Thank you all for the likes, the follows, the gifts. I will follow everybody back that follows and gifts us.
Yeah, these are for some of you just joined us. These are grass-fed bison that we do not supplement any type of grain in them. And with the cost of grain going up, for us farmers, we don't use any grain on our farm. It's strictly grass-fed holistic farm, and we're working with the USDA and doing regenerative farming. So with that, it gives us the opportunity to give these animals the best nutritional value they can possibly have.
And at this time, we do not have any herding dogs. A lady did bring a puppy here to try to sell us, though, this morning.
I don't know if I'd feel comfortable with a dog trying to herd bison. I just don't think it would be a good match. Maybe there is a market for it, but I would highly recommend it. So,
and we have them for breeding stock and meat production. And yes, with these little range cubes, I can pretty much lead them wherever I want them to go.
But they are a wild animal, guys, and if they want to go somewhere, they will. Our fence, our cubes, in time of panic, if they feel they need to get out of an area, they will do it. These are microchipped due to the breeding stock. So if anybody were to take them, steal them, or try to process them, they would be identified immediately.
Yes, Jerry, I do have a very weak stomach, so I definitely won't be trying them.
Do you put barbecue or ketchup on Rocky Mountain oysters? I'm not sure. Is that something you put like tartar sauce on, or Sweet Baby Ray's, or what? What do you guys put on mountain oysters?
Yeah, Jeremy, you're probably right. They don't care about any dog that's going to come out here to try to round them up. If anybody was watching earlier, they didn't like our dog that we had. She came out here earlier, and they were pushing her around.
She's fine though.
I wouldn't say we can necessarily pet them, but I can feed them these out of my hand and touch them. But I will not walk up to the side of them and try to pet them. Thank you for the roses and the follows.
Guys, something not only they have the strong...
You have more in the bucket.
I got this one.
That's it?
Yeah. We try not to get too close to them. They are very good at kicking with their rear feet. They also have large horns and extremely fast. So
I'm gonna try to feed Denali.
Oh. You want me to hold the camera while you try it? Yeah, guys, don't try this if you're out west. You see, he does eat out of her hand. Yeah, if you see them out wild in national parks, we highly recommend not getting close to them, as there's several people that are gored every year or damage to a vehicle. So typically they'll give you some indication. They'll raise their tail, the head movement, to let you know to get back. You're getting too close to them. We just don't want anybody to get hurt. How much were all our bison? This breeding stock here, we paid roughly $2,800. Our calves and our heifers and cows. Our bull, we paid right around $10,000 for our breeding bull. His sire had very good genetics and produced a lot of sperm, so that's why we splurged them a little bit. Do they obey electric fence? They do, 100%. But if they wanted to go through the electric fence, they will. But they do respect the electric fence 100%, even our big bull. But going back to the question, if you're going to start getting into bison production, it is a very expensive upfront cost, but the ROI on that varies somewhere between 2 to 3 years, depending on how many animals you buy and what animals you do buy. If you buy more bulls, meat production bulls, or if you're going to process any cows. Yeah, Jeremy, you're right. Jeremy, do you raise bison? Or are you close to the American bison or buffalo somewhere? They do give you several signs, indications before they typically can cause harm to a person, but there's times they don't give you any indication. So these are wild. We feel somewhat comfortable around them, but we respect that they are a wild animal. Yeah, they are monsters. These guys, they are a premium breeding stock. They have a very high genetic line of bison in them. We wanted to make sure we purchased a good animal for breeding stock. We did not want to buy an animal that had low genetic lines of bison in them or a lot of cow in them. We were very selective when we purchased our herd. So go back to your original question there in the bison content. This herd of 10 cost us right around $25,000. Yeah, buffalo meat is very good. It's extremely nutritious, guys. The nutritional value you get out of bison meat is amazing. So one ribeye steak has less fat and calories in it than a chicken breast. So this is our main herd bull here. His name is Denali. In Lakota Nation, that means the strong, the powerful, the one. So we felt that was a proper name for him, being our main herd bull. But we try to try to keep some distance or objects between us. Obviously the round bale would give us a little bit of time to get out of the way if we had to. Yeah, Miller time, they are the real deal. It was a initial up cost for us to get to the genetic lines that we wanted, especially being you have some more cubes? Oh. So these are breeding stock. No, sir, I'm in Tennessee, but I have spent a lot of time in the wild in different parts of the U.S. That's awesome, Jeremy. Good for you, man. That's great. Guys, we highly recommend not getting this close to bison that are out in the national parks. We feel a little bit of comfort using range cubes, and this allows us, one, to get as close as we want with them and get a good visual inspection to make sure that they're not getting any type of illness or have any type of injury. So that's one reason we use the range cubes. We are in northern Indiana. Can they breed in India? Sure, why not? If you want to ship them to India, you could probably breed them over there. We are in northern Indiana, so we get a lot of lake effect snow up here. Do you allow visitors to view from a distance? We do. We're actually picking up a corn crib gazebo. Maybe we can go live for that, where we will have an area for people to sit and just watch and observe them, and the bison can come up there and they can feed that through the gazebo that we're going to be building. But we incorporate FFA and 4-H programs for these guys. We'd like to work a little more in detail. We're going to try to plan some type of a judge as we use these for breeding stock. Work with the FFA and 4-H programs to help us select the right bison for our breeding stock. This is Beatus. Do you carry heat in case they attack? Yes, we do. We don't ever foresee that happening, but we try to keep a distance if the animal were to try to attack us. Are they 100% bison? Right now, guys, that's a good question. We get asked a lot. The bison genetics are starting to breed back to 100% bison. Unfortunately, these guys were almost extinct 100 years ago. So there's been some great efforts in conservation put in place to get the bison back to 100% bison. But I don't know if there is a producer out there or farm or organization that has a 100% bison. These guys are in the high 90s. We were very selective and paid a premium price to get the genetic line that we wanted. They are not 100% bison, but they are as close as we could possibly get, we feel, for the amount of money that we were going to spend. We did not want to buy an animal that had a high cow genetic in it for breeding stock, so we were very selective and worked with the National Bison Association and several members in the bison community to reassure us that we were getting good, healthy animals in the genetic line. We tried to provide them the healthiest atmosphere ecosystem that they can have. We have, I'll give you a quick view here of the farm and pasture where they can get back into. That kind of sucks on the camera, but they have several acres here where we work with the USDA and nutritionists and our veterinarian very close to provide them the best opportunities they can. So the ones out in Yellowstone, are they 100%? To answer that question, I'm not a veterinarian or just speaking from a producer that's a member of National Bison Association. Those are not 100% bison. I think genetic lines are starting to get close to get us back to some 100% bison. But 100 years ago, these were almost completely extinct, which is sad and hard to believe. But they were killed off, in the thousands during times of war and as times progressed throughout the government. So the bison out of the Yellowstone do have a very high genetic line of bison. Where they have water. Oh, they have, so right here we've got 4 different water stations for them, and they will go through, this 10 here will go through about 100 gallons to 75 gallons of water a day. But we have 4 different areas. You can see some of them there in the background, and they have different pastures we move them through as we do rotational grazing. And each grazing pasture that they move into, or paddock, they have water at that location.
Thank you guys for the likes and the follows and the gifts.
Yeah, that's awesome, guys.
Follow everybody back.
Yeah, thanks for the likes, the taps, the gifts, all this stuff. It's awesome. It's great for us to be on live and share our farm and experience and answer you guys' questions on these beautiful, majestic animals. They're a lot of fun. They're very beautiful to watch, especially when we went into winter and they were starting to get cold, and the ice and things would stick to their fur. And as we seen that, we'd see steam coming off in the snow, and the items would melt off of them. These are not going to meat production. These are going to be our breeding stock animals. We will have a separate farm that we will have for meat production. But you can see here's our very large bull. His name is Denali. He's somewhere in that 1,700 pound range, and he's a 3-year-old bull. Guys, these animals come out of South Dakota. We purchased them through an organization that has a main focus of breeding back the American bison to a very high genetic bloodline. And we plan on using these strictly for breeding stock. As you can see how big our herd bull is here. He's only 3. He will continue to grow for about another 2 more years. So he'll put on about another 800 pounds. His sire was about 2,300 pounds. So his father, I guess you may say, was a very large bull. We're happy to have them here in northern Indiana. They are very majestic. They're very fun. We enjoy them and look forward to growing the herd and just trying to bring back the meat and the great genetic lines of the American bison. The question we get asked a lot is, what is the nutritional value of the American bison? One ribeye steak is very healthy in vitamins, minerals, and good healthy fats that we need. So one bison ribeye steak has less calories and fat than a chicken breast. So I'm just trying to watch them and try to keep safe here at the same time as we had some of them come around behind us there. But this is the American bison. Some know as buffalo, some know as Tatonkas. It just really depends on what tribal nation that you are close to genetically, but they're all the same animal. Buffalo, Tatonka, they're all the same, just different names depending on the tribal nation. This herd actually originates from the same area that they recorded the movie Dances with Wolves. They come out of that same herd, that same area. I don't know if any of these animals have genetic lines that went back that were used in the film and the movie, but they do originate from that herd in the movie. We moved them to Indiana last fall, and it was about a 14-hour drive for us. It took forever. We provided great health and care for them, and we had our veterinarian on site when we arrived to do an inspection of the animal and make sure they were extremely healthy and were not affected from the drive. This is our main herd bull here. His name is Denali. He is very much a dominant bull, and we completely trust his ass when he's inside the fence. So if we're inside the fence as well, we don't trust him. But he is a very big and dominant bull. Being close to the tractor here is something that we do, and we do work them in groups of 2 when we're working the bison and providing different things for them and moving them around. Just so you know.
Oh, he stopped. It does taste like beef, but it is way healthier for you. And yeah, you have to slow cook it so it doesn't dry out. Thank you guys for the follows and the likes. We will follow all the followers and the gifters back after we're done going live today. Tap the screen, give us some likes. Hi, Denali. Thank you guys for the follows. He's gonna push her away.
Does it help you?
No, there's still some in the bucket. Some of the wind. Ouch. Yes, I would say they eat more than cattle. And we are in northern Indiana.
Guys, this here is a range cube. It's a high protein pelletized cube that is like a piece of candy, like a piece of chocolate for the bison. So this is something that we feel is much needed when we're in this close to them. It provides them, lets them know that we're giving them some comfort and giving them a little snack. So prevents us from getting ran over or gored.
And yes, this is a round bale that we purchased from a local farmer that does the hay around here. This year we will do our own hay. Thank you, Denver. Thank you for the likes, the follows. Oh yeah, we do put them in a bucket and shake it when we first come out here. Yes, we have a few of them that will eat out of our hands. It is very nice here today. It's supposed to be a high of 72. They have actually not torn up any gates or any fence.
Not to say it's not going to happen, but we've been very fortunate enough.
So far, we're lucky. Come on, push it over.
Really, the key with farming any animal is providing them with the essential items that they need. You know, good hay, grasses, and we got a bull there itching. and providing the minerals that they need in the water. Those three things are key, and staying the hell out of their way.
So these are bison, and we are located in northern Indiana. And yeah, there's definitely no lions around here. This one is the tallest one. I don't know, I would say he probably stands a good 6 foot, maybe.
Yeah.
He's taller than me.
Weighs about 1,700 pounds. He's our main breeding stock bull. You can see he's got some great genetics. We were very selective when we chose our herd. We make sure we pick the right producer, a great genetic line to provide some of the best breeding stock available in the bison community. So we're excited to have this herd here, and can't be thankful enough for everybody that's involved that's helped us get to this point. Our nutritionists, our agronomists, our veterinarian, they've all done a great job in working with us to provide a good, healthy breeding bull and herd.
And bison and buffalo are the same thing.
Yep. That's a question we get asked a lot. What's the difference between a bison and a buffalo and a Tatanka? It just really depends on what geographic area you're located in. Different tribal nations, they all called them something different. A lot of tribal nations call them bison, and they got the word bison just short because a lot of people were lazy and didn't want to say bison twice. So, but the Lakota Nation, South Dakotas, they call them Tatankas, as you've seen in the movie Dances with Wolves.
And they do make some very good burgers.
Yeah, the nutritional value of the bison is amazing, guys. The nutritional value, if you get bored later and you want to read something on meat nutrition, as we start to see the prices of meat go up in the grocery stores, the nutritional value you get from a bison is amazing. So one bison ribeye has less fat content in it than a chicken breast. So you can eat a steak and know that you're eating less fat and calories than inside of a chicken breast. So
they are bred for breeding stock and meat production. Let's see. Our local cattlemen, what do they think about them?
There's mixed emotions with them. Majority of the local cattle producers don't have a problem with us raising them here, but it is a meat market, and with that comes competitive prices and farming. So I'm sure there probably is a few producers out there in the cattle market that are not big fans of us having them, but they do offer a lot of nutritional value, and they're a very healthy, beautiful animal. So we're happy to have them here in Indiana, and they're not only beautiful and majestical to watch, but they offer a great meat product. These are not going to be any type of meat bulls or animals. These are strictly breeding stock. As you can see, he's getting a little aggressive here with me, so a head motion.
Just because you don't have any range cube.
Yeah, I don't have any range cube, guys, and that's why he tends to get a little aggressive there with me, so I got to be careful here.
Thank you guys for the follows, the gifts.
Yeah.
Are they native to Indians?
Native to Indians? No. They are an animal that was in the times that the tribal nations or Indians were in the prairies and out west. These do... Easy. Careful. I'll get some more cues. He's getting a little aggressive.
No, bison and buffalo are exactly the same thing. So this is a bull, a male calf is a bull, and then a female that has had a baby is called a cow, and one that has not had a baby is a heifer, just like a cow.
They're a bovine animal, so he's getting too close. Here, get back. Come on, get back. Easy.